Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of a battle, a two-product showdown, if you will, between two products that are very similar and very hyped up. The first is a product that I have hyped up myself personally, time and time again. It is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I'm sure that every single person watching this video that has watched my videos before already knows how obsessed I am with this. It's basically been my holy grail since I discovered it. I am in love with this. It looks so beautiful. It lasts all day long. So I was very intrigued when I saw that Maybelline launched a product that appeared to be very similar called their Super Stay 24-Hour Skin Tint. And if you watch my last favorites video, then you know that this is a product that I have really been loving. So because this basically became an instant favorite of mine, and I love this product so much, and they looked so similar, and I felt like I was getting really similar results, I thought it would only be fair to do a split face battle, showdown, comparison, whatever we want to call it. So in this video, I am going to be talking through the claims, the ingredients, how these products apply, how they look on the skin, the level of coverage they get, the finish, and of course, I'll be doing a wear test so that you can see for yourself which one of these holds up on the skin better than the other. So let's jump right into it. Let's start off with the older of the two products first, the L'Oreal True Match Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. So when this launched, it basically came out as something that was supposed to be a skincare and makeup hybrid. It contains 1% hyaluronic acid, and it's supposed to be makeup that gives your skin a hydrated feel and helps to smooth it over time. I personally haven't experienced any skin smoothing with this, so if that is something that intrigues you, I would not purchase this product for that reason, but I do think the fact that it has hyaluronic acid included is a really nice bonus. The Maybelline Super Stay 24-Hour Skin Tint also has similar claims in terms of it being infused with skincare. It's infused with vitamin C, which they claim is going to help to create a bright, natural look that lasts all day. The form of vitamin C in this is actually a derivative of ascorbic acid, and it is called ascorboglucoside. Ascorboglucoside is supposed to be one of the best vitamin C derivatives because of the fact that it's stabler and easier to formulate than others. As far as the amount of vitamin C in this skin tint, I don't see that listed anywhere on Maybelline's website, and in looking at the ingredients list, I can see that it is towards the very bottom of the label. So do I have a lot of confidence in this making any sort of noticeable difference in your skin over the long term, like permanently? Definitely not. But I do definitely like to see that these makeup brands are starting to be more conscious of the skincare ingredients that they include in their products, and I am hoping that we just continue to see more of that over time in a more meaningful way than this. However, when it comes to the rest of the ingredients that are used to formulate these products, you can see when you compare these ingredients lists side by side that they have so many ingredients in common. And of course, just having ingredient overlap does not mean that products are going to feel similarly or look similarly on your skin, but when they start to be listed in the exact same order, that's when it's like, And of course, just having ingredient overlap between two products doesn't mean that those products are going to feel exactly the same or look exactly the same on your skin. But in this case, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ingredients are exactly the same in exactly the same order. Then things do start to vary a little bit, but then we continue down the list, and again, there are so many ingredients in common here. Then things do start to vary a little bit because the L'Oreal Tinted Serum has 3 ingredients that aren't in the Maybelline Skin Tint at all. But as we continue down the list, again, the ingredient overlap is not something that you can deny here. So in knowing all of that, I wasn't at all surprised to feel how truly similar these products feel when I just apply them to the back of my hand like a swatch. Both of these are very liquidy and runny, and as you start to blend them out, they kind of thin out a bit in texture and feel a little bit watery almost. Especially when you're only applying a little bit of product to your face, both of these are definitely products that feel pretty weightless on your skin. And I'd be curious to know, for those of you that have also tried both of of these products if you feel the same way as me in that you really can't tell a difference between them in terms of texture. It's not like one feels more moisturizing than the other or oilier than the other or thicker or thinner. Again, I feel like they feel so similar that I just can't tell a difference. So when it comes to application of these products, it's no surprise that they apply basically in the same way as well. They are both very easy to work with. They blend beautifully. I've never had issues with either of these in applying them. I did have to do a little bit of shade mixing with the L'Oreal Tinted Serum to get it to be the exact same color as the Maybelline Skin Tint, but once I got the shades to look alike, I felt like they looked exactly the same on my skin upon initial application. I will list the shades that I use in the description box below, but I would say that neither of these have great shade ranges. L'Oreal's is definitely worse than Maybelline's because they have 14 shades. Maybelline does have 18, but still, I feel like we could definitely have a much better shade range here. Like double the shades, then we'd be talking. Okay, so I'm looking at the footage that I have of both of these products applied to either side of my face and what it looked like immediately after applying. Again, I feel like it looks like I'm wearing the same product all over my entire face. I really can't tell a difference, but if I am being incredibly nitpicky, I would just say that the Maybelline side just looks a little bit glowier than the L'Oreal side, but not by much. Other than that, I feel like I get the same exact amount of coverage. I would say that this builds up nicely to have medium coverage. It's definitely not going to be a full coverage product if that's something that you're on the lookout for, but I personally love the level of coverage that both of these give, given that they look the same. And after applying a full face of makeup, setting with powder, using powder products, again, I felt like this just looked like I was wearing the same complexion product all over my face. Now let's talk about how these wear. One of the main reasons why I have always loved and recommended the L'Oreal True Match Nude Tinted Serum so much is because of how it lasts on my skin. It lasts all day long, it doesn't break up, it doesn't look greasy, but my skin does just start to look a bit more glowy with extended hours of wear, but in a really pretty way. Again, it doesn't look greasy, it's not overly dewy, it's just like my natural oils kind of mesh with the product really nicely and it stays looking good forever. Like I have worn this to weddings as my chosen wedding complexion product because I know I'll be able to count on it to last. So this Maybelline Skin Tint definitely had to meet some high standards and I was also pretty dang impressed with this. I've never had issues with this breaking up on my skin either, but within about 4 to 5 hours of wear, I do feel that the Maybelline Skin Tint ends up looking a bit glowier on my skin than L'Oreal. Again, it's not in a greasy way, but it definitely starts to be pretty glowy. So if that is something that you wouldn't like, then I would stick with L'Oreal. But if you have super dry, dehydrated skin and you want an extra glow, then I think you'd prefer Maybelline. However, the only thing that I definitely have noticed in using the Maybelline Skin Tint, especially on these days where I did a split face wear test, because I've done that multiple times at this point, is that the Maybelline tint definitely does settle into lines a little bit. It's not anything that is super noticeable or really dramatic, but then again, I don't have super noticeable dramatic fine lines. So I'd be curious to see how this wears on more mature skin that does have fine lines that are quite a bit more developed than mine. But I noticed even in a line on my forehead that the Maybelline Skin Tint kind of sunk into there, and at a line next to my mouth, I also noticed that it had kind of settled there as well, and that's normally something that I never notice with this L'Oreal Skin Tint, Tinted Serum, can we just call them the same thing? Or any of my other favorite complexion products. Again, it's nothing that I would consider to be major or a deal breaker because it's not like I would just look in the mirror from this distance and be like, oh my God, this is sinking into lines. I think that it still looks great by the end of the day. It's just when I'm getting really up close with a mirror, you know, being nitpicky for the sake of a video like this, that I notice those things. Otherwise, it held up really well as well. I have not tried the Maybelline Skin Tint with any sort of blurring primer, so I would be curious to see how it wears with something like that that does a really good job at blurring the appearance of lines. Maybe that would get rid of the issue and make this a really beautiful option for those of you that do want something that increases in glow throughout the day, feels weightless, just gives you that same kind of effect as L'Oreal, just with some slight variations. But in saying that, I don't ever have to wear a primer with the L'Oreal Tinted Serum. It works great by itself every single time. And I think that that is everything that I wanted to share about these two products. So my final thoughts is that L'Oreal is the winner out of these two, but I think both are beautiful products and and I'm gonna continue to use both. I'm still gonna use this Maybelline option. I do wanna test it out with some primers, and this is definitely something I can see myself reaching for a bit more in the winter when my skin is feeling drier and I want some extra glow. So I know that this was a quicker video, but I hope that you still found it helpful. I felt like I had to do a review comparing these two, knowing how much I have talked on and on and on about the L'Oreal serum. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you tried either of these products? Do you have a favorite? Did you have a similar experience to me or a totally different experience? Make sure to leave your skin type in the comments below as well, so that can hopefully be helpful to those that have a similar skin type to you if it's different from mine, which is combination leaning oily, in case you're new here. If you did enjoy the video and would like to see more from me, please don't forget to give this a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, click on that notification bell, and send my channel to a friend. Thank you so much for your support in doing those things. It truly means the world. Thank you for watching my videos. I love the freaking heck out of you guys. Make sure to stay tuned for my next one because that will be up in a few days. But until then, I hope you have a great few days.